Welcome to Share Talk, the only podcast where investors come first.
Hello and welcome to Zach's Traders Cafe. Today I'm joined by Brian Hall, as chairman at Great Western Mining. How are you today, Brian?
Yeah, good. Thank you very much, Zach. How are you?
I'm doing well. We're speaking in the aftermath of last week's operations update. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, sure. We've begun our season's work in Mineral County, Nevada, which is our center of operations, and we have our team in place. We hope to drill our first hole in the first part of April. We're beset by late onset of winter at the moment. We've had heavy snowfalls even yesterday, which is very late in the year. But so far, apart from those operating obstacles, we're doing fine and we're all set for our current season of work.
So I take it you have high hopes once the snow melts. You have high hopes for what Great Western might find.
Yeah, well, we always have high hopes and sometimes they're justified. Our first drill this spring is going to be on the Omco mine site at the Olympic Gold Project. The Omco mine produced gold for a number of years until the 1940s. Last year, we found an extension to the mine, which was very exciting because we've been hunting for one for a while. And this year, we're going to go in probably, we still have a decision to make in the next couple of days, but probably with a diamond core rig. I'm going to drill another hole close to where we hit the vein back in 2022 and see if we can make a little further progress on establishing an extension to the old mine, which would be very exciting if we could do it.
What metal is your key focus? I think Glencore made a bid for, I think, Tech Resources, or Glencore's trying to sort of shore up its copper armory. What's sort of the main metal for you at the moment?
We're a very small potatoes compared to Glencore, but this is a gold hunt. The Olympic Gold Project is which is where the Omco mine is purely gold. That's the only mineral we are looking for there, but not the only mineral we're looking for across our portfolio of assets.
Right, and if let's say everything goes well, what will your vision of success be in terms of this season? Let's say
we have a three-pronged approach to this year. Maybe it's worth just saying what those 3 points are at this stage. The near term is that we're building a mill to process gold and silver from pre-mine material, from mining waste. That's going ahead. It's taking time. I'm sure shareholders are getting impatient with the time it's taking, but there's not much we can do. These things do take time. But during the course of this year, we expect to have this up and running, producing our first revenues from pre-mine material, spoil heaps, tailings, stockpiles, and so forth, of which we have a lot around our various properties, because our properties have been mined historically and with ancient techniques and not modern techniques. So we're taking advantage of modern technology to see if we can make secondary recovery from pre-mine material. So that's the first of our three-pronged attack. The second is that we have been successful in finding good evidence of gold and silver on several of our properties. We now need to pin this down and see which one we're going to concentrate on, with a view to trying to develop a proper gold and silver producing operation, or develop a mine as soon as we reasonably can. These things, again, aren't fast, but we're making good progress. But the third, and probably the biggest item in our portfolio, is our copper potential. Now, just to go wind the clock back a little bit, Great Western spent quite a lot of money between 2014 and 2018 on establishing a partly inferred, partly indicated copper resource. Very nice it looked too, not big enough for commercial development in itself. Around about 2019, the company had already run out of money for what looked like a long campaign. So we parked that for the time being, and we went and concentrated on gold and silver because we thought and rightly thought that we would get some faster returns from that. But we've now come back this winter during our off-work season and reevaluated the copper opportunity. And frankly, we think it looks as if there is plenty of prospectivity to make it into a commercial copper development in due course. It needs some funding. It probably needs a partner or an investor of some kind. A company with a market cap our size can't really raise the sort of money that is needed to do it justice. But we are actively looking for a partner on this, and we're actively working on trying to develop the concept of a large copper discovery, which we think we'll make. And we're very optimistic about this, and it's the kind of background big ticket item on our portfolio. Gold and silver is extremely exciting, and we hope to make progress. The mill will give us revenues and turn us into a revenue producing company, but the copper we see probably is the long-term value for Great Western.
Right, so on a nice note to finish, your market cap's only around 4.5 million at the moment.
Yeah.
So presumably the way of saying it in a positive way is that very little has to go right for you in order to justify that market cap.
Yes, I think we could justify a much higher market cap than that, but then I would say that, wouldn't I? But we are a micro cap company. These are not great times for small companies. We live in a challenging world at the moment, but we think we have a spread of acreage and a spread of properties. We view the future very optimistically at the moment. We have a lot going on and a lot of prospects to follow. And so we're a very simple, straightforward company. We don't have any funny financial instruments or cornerstone shareholders with separate agendas or anything. We're very much what you see. We're in one place looking at projects in Mineral County in the Walker Lane Belt. I'm very happy with the progress we're making. I'd like to see faster progress, like everybody always would, but so far so good.
Brian Hall, Chairman at Great Western Mining, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Zach.
Thank you for listening. Remember to visit our website for more news and other podcasts at www.share-talk.com.